If you still believe a man's attractiveness comes down to bulging muscles or the size of his bank account, it's time to pause. That belief isn't just outdated, it's been sold to you by a world addicted to shallow appearances. The truth is far quieter, yet infinitely more powerful. What if I told you that becoming 10 times more magnetic has nothing to do with wealth or physique? It begins with the way you move, the energy you carry, the calm in your silence, and the way you present yourself when no one's watching. These are signals, not showpieces, and they speak louder than any flex or flashy display. In this video, I'll reveal 7 simple but profoundly effective ways to step into a presence that commands attention without asking for it. And before we begin, I'd like to hear from you. Which quality do you think makes a man truly unforgettable? Share it in the comments. Welcome to the Stoic spirit, where men come to master presence, influence, and inner power through timeless wisdom. Let's begin. Number 1, silence is power. The quiet presence that draws eyes without demanding them. Think about that one man at a gathering. He doesn't dominate the conversation. He doesn't list his accomplishments. He simply exists in the room with calm certainty. Yet when he finally speaks, people lean forward, waiting. This is not chance. It's the psychology of scarcity. In a world overflowing with noise, constant opinions, and endless self-promotion, restraint becomes rare, and what's rare becomes valuable. Silence creates an unspoken tension, an emotional vacuum. People feel the need to fill it, and in doing so, they start to wonder, who is he? Why doesn't he compete for attention? What does he know that the rest don't, without lifting a finger? You've become the center of their curiosity. Mystery has always been a form of attraction. When you reveal too much, you remove the intrigue that keeps others invested. Like a well-cut movie trailer, you offer just enough to compel the audience, but never the whole plot. They need to experience the entire story, and that keeps them close. This is why silence, when deliberate, is a strategic move. Those who master it speak only when their words serve a purpose. They don't chase attention, they allow it to arrive naturally, drawn to the strength in their restraint. So the next time you're in a conversation, resist the urge to fill every pause. Hold the stillness for a moment, longer than feels comfortable. Let your presence, your posture, and your eyes speak for you. In an age where everyone is desperate to be heard, the man who chooses silence commands the room without ever raising his voice. Number 2, crisp, clean sneakers. Footwear matters, but not for the shallow reasons the internet keeps selling you. You don't need gold-trimmed high tops or imported Italian loafers that cost as much as a used car. What you truly need is simple, a pair of sneakers that are crisp, spotless, and well-kept. Why? Because they send a silent but powerful signal. I pay attention to the details. They speak of discipline, self-respect, and an awareness of how you move through the world. They don't shout for validation, they prove you already have it. Think about it. When was the last time you looked at a man wearing immaculate, minimalist sneakers and thought, he must be careless? Exactly, you haven't. Because the little things shape perception more than grand gestures ever could. The beauty of clean sneakers is their quiet authority. They are timeless, understated, and they let your presence, not your footwear, be the statement. Flashy, loud shoes beg for approval. Clean sneakers carry the air of someone who doesn't need it. Invest in one solid, classic pair, white or black, with a design that won't look outdated in a year. Keep them fresh. Always. Because nothing undermines your image faster than dirty, neglected shoes, yet nothing upgrades it as quickly as footwear that's cared for with precision. For the Stoic-minded man, this is more than style. It's a reflection of mastery over the basics before pursuing anything extraordinary. Just as a disciplined life is built on small, consistent habits, your appearance is elevated by the quiet reliability of well-maintained essentials. Every time you step into the world, those clean sneakers remind you, respect begins with how you respect yourself. Number 3, speak with weight, not speed. Your voice is more than sound. It's a reflection of your presence, your control, and your confidence. We're not talking about your tone or accent. We're talking about your pace. Fast talkers are everywhere, and often the habit comes from insecurity. They rush through sentences, eager to fill every silence, worried they'll be cut off before finishing a thought. But here's the truth. Real authority never races. When you speak slowly, with intention and measured pauses, you change how people hear you. They don't listen because you're louder, they listen because your words feel deliberate. They sense that you've chosen each phrase with purpose. Think about the difference between someone who's simply talking and someone who's delivering. One fills the air, the other fills the mind. That's the power of controlled speech. It communicates composure, self-respect, and an unshakable frame. It says, I don't need to fight for your attention. You already want to hear me. This is not about being dramatic or robotic. It's about giving weight to every word, ensuring nothing leaves your mouth without value. Before you respond, pause it. Let the silence sit for just a second, longer than feels comfortable. That stillness draws people in, makes them lean forward, and heightens their anticipation for what you're about to say. In a world terrified of silence, the man who embraces it when speaking controls the conversation. He decides the rhythm, the tone, and the impact. Like a craftsman with his tools, he uses words sparingly, but each one is sharp, precise, and purposeful. And when you speak with weight, your voice doesn't just enter the room, it owns it. Number 4, wear dark neutral tones. Your clothing doesn't need to shout to the world who you are. It should speak in a quieter language, one of composure, strength, and intention. The truth is, the loudest style is often the least powerful. Neon shirts, busy patterns, and short-lived trends demand attention but rarely command respect. They fade as quickly as they appear. Instead, choose dark neutral tones, charcoal, navy, deep brown, and black. These are timeless colors that have carried an unshakable sense of authority for centuries. They are power colors, not because they scream for the spotlight, but because they allow you to be the spotlight. They frame your face, draw the gaze to your eyes, and sharpen the lines of your expression. Your presence becomes the focal point, not the fabric. From a psychological perspective, people make rapid judgments based on what they see in the first few seconds. Dark neutrals quietly communicate strength, maturity, and mystery, the exact energy of a high-value man. They are an unspoken signal of self-respect and self-mastery. Here's a detail most men overlook. The right shade near your neckline acts like a stage light, emphasizing your eyes and jawline. It makes your gaze more piercing, your expressions more defined, and your presence more memorable. This subtle framing is what leaves a lasting impression. The best part, dark neutrals work in every setting, whether you're closing a deal, walking into a date, or simply meeting a friend for coffee. They're versatile, effortless, and immune to the tides of fashion. So, when you choose what to wear, ask yourself, does this outfit let my presence speak for me, or is it speaking over me? Because the right clothing should never compete with you. It should amplify you, and when you dress in a way that frames your face, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing confidence. You become the message. Number 5. Smile with your eyes first. A smile can change everything, but most men get it wrong. They force a wide grin, showing every tooth, thinking it will make them look friendly or attractive. Yet too often, it feels empty, staged, even desperate. The truth is, the most magnetic smile doesn't begin with your mouth. It starts with your eyes. Your eyes are the first signal of how present, genuine, and open you truly are. Think back to a time when someone looked at you and, without a word, made you feel understood. Their gaze seemed to speak before their lips ever moved. That is the quiet power of the eyes smile. Psychologists call it a Duchenne smile, the rare, authentic smile that engages both the muscles around the mouth and the eyes. It's subtle, human, and impossible to fake without real feeling. When your eyes soften and light up slightly, you send an unspoken message. I see you. You matter. I'm here with you. What happens next is almost automatic. People relax in your presence. They open up. They begin to trust you, not because of what you said, but because of how you made them feel in that first instant. This single micro-expression builds more connection than 1,000 rehearsed compliments. The key is not to perform a smile, but to mean it. Let it begin in your eyes. Then let it ripple naturally across your face. When you enter a room, make genuine eye contact. Lift your gaze gently, allowing warmth to rise before you speak a word. This is quiet confidence at its finest, an unspoken command of the room without arrogance. It's emotional intelligence in action, the ability to connect on a level deeper than appearances. And for a man grounded in presence and self-respect, it becomes one of the most irresistible signals he can send. Number 6. Always smell like you have somewhere better to be. There's a world you can't see, but everyone around you feels scent. Most men underestimate it, treating fragrance as an afterthought. Yet it's one of the strongest emotional triggers in the human brain. Scent forges direct links to memory, attraction, and the sense of your presence. The rule is simple: always smell like you have somewhere better to be. Not because you want to project arrogance, but because you move with purpose. You carry an unspoken energy that says, I'm on my way to something meaningful, and I value every step it takes to get there. A subtle, well-chosen masculine fragrance can do what no outfit or conversation opener ever could. It creates intrigue. It makes people notice without knowing exactly why. It tells a story about you without a single word leaving your mouth. You don't need an overpowering cologne that enters the room before you do. What you need is a scent that lingers just enough for someone to remember you after you've left. It should enhance, not dominate. Think warm, woody notes, hints of spice. Clean and sophisticated blends the kind of scent that makes someone turn their head and wonder, who was that? This isn't about chasing approval or trying to impress strangers. It's about aligning your external presentation with your internal confidence. When your scent quietly reflects self-respect and attention to detail, it reinforces everything else about your presence. And here's the interesting part. When you smell like you're headed somewhere important, people instinctively assume you are. They'll want to be part of wherever you're going. So, choose a fragrance that feels like an extension of who you are. Wear it with the same intention you bring to your words, your posture, and your actions. Because scent, when chosen and worn with purpose, doesn't just follow you, it precedes you, shapes how people remember you, and lingers long after you've gone. Number 7. Master one killer outfit and repeat it. In a world addicted to variety, trends, and the constant chase for something new, the most magnetic men play by a different rule. They understand that consistency is a power move. High-value men don't waste energy trying to reinvent themselves every time they step out. Instead, they have one signature look, a killer outfit that works flawlessly every single time. It's not about having a wardrobe full of flashy options. It's about having a single, refined combination that communicates confidence, presence, and effortless style. And here's the twist: repeating, it doesn't make you predictable, it makes you memorable. Every time people see you in that outfit, you reinforce your visual identity. You become the man who's always composed, always sharp, always on brand. Think of it as your personal armor, whether it's a tailored blazer over a clean t-shirt, dark jeans paired with crisp sneakers, or a perfectly fitted button-up with slim trousers. The key is fit, quality, and comfort. When you master that one combination, it stops being clothes and starts being part of you. This consistency builds trust. It signals stability, self-awareness, and confidence in who you are. And there's a bonus: it eliminates decision fatigue, while others waste precious mental energy deciding what to wear. You can channel that focus into your purpose, your conversations, and your presence. The truth is, no one remembers the man who's constantly switching styles, trying too hard to impress. They remember the man who owns his style and wears it like it was made for him and only him. So here's your challenge: find your killer outfit, refine it, perfect it, then wear it unapologetically, because repetition isn't a lack of creativity, it's a signature. It's the silent signal that you know exactly who you are, and you're confident enough to show the world the same image every time. Own it, and let it speak for you before you even say a word. Bonus tip number 1: own your eye contact like a weapon. Eye contact is one of the oldest, most instinctive signals of dominance and attraction, but most men get it wrong. They treat it like a checklist item: just look at her and move on. That's not real eye contact. It's not simply about where your eyes go. It's about how long you hold them there and the energy you project while doing it. Steady, unhurried eye contact tells the other person, I'm confident. I'm not hiding. I'm not here to win your approval. I already own it. The reason many men break eye contact too soon: they feel undeserving of the attention. That tiny flicker away sends a message you didn't mean to send: hesitation, weakness, doubt. The fix: hold the gaze, a heartbeat longer than expected, not in an aggressive or unsettling way, but with grounded stillness. When you enter a room, let your eyes move slowly instead of darting around. When you speak to someone, lock eyes for just that extra second before looking away. That pause makes people feel truly seen. It imprints you in their mind, because powerful eye contact isn't about staring, it's about communicating without a single word. I see you. I'm here, and I'm not shaken by your gaze. Master this, and you'll carry a presence that speaks louder than your voice ever could. Bonus tip number 2, master the pause. Some men walk into a room and instantly command attention before they've even spoken. Their secret isn't volume or flashy gestures. It's the pause. Think of a powerful movie moment. The hero is about to deliver the line everyone will remember. But first, there's that stillness, that breath, that second where all eyes are locked in. That's where the magic happens. Most men destroy their presence by rushing through conversations, introductions, and even their thoughts. But a man who can pause owns the room. Here's how to apply it when someone asks you a question. Wait 2 full seconds before answering. Don't shuffle your feet. Don't fidget with your hands. Don't race to fill the silence. Let it work for you. Why does this work? Because the pause shows control. It says you're not desperate for attention. You decide when to speak. It forces people to lean in, anticipating your words. Pair this with slow, deliberate speech from earlier tips, and you're no longer just talking, you're influencing the entire atmosphere. Master the pause, and your presence won't just be noticed, it will be felt. Bonus tip number 3, walk with intention. Here's a truth. Most men overlook your walk speaks before you do. Many drift into a room, shoulders slumped, steps uncertain, hoping to go unnoticed. But a man who moves with purpose commands attention without asking for it. Stand tall, chest open, chin lifted. Let each step be deliberate, measured, as if you're on your way to something meaningful. This isn't arrogance, it's presence. It's a silent statement. I know exactly who I am. Your walk is your first introduction. It claims space, sets the tone, and frames how people receive you. No rush, no slouch, no hesitation. Plant your feet firmly. Keep your posture aligned. Let your body project confidence before you've said a single word. Here's the powerful part. Walking with intention doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. Every step reinforces your self-respect. And that energy lingers, because movement isn't just motion, it's a message. And when your walk speaks of certainty and strength, your presence becomes impossible to ignore. So let's bring it all together. Becoming 10 times more attractive isn't about overflowing bank accounts or sculpted abs. It's about the way you carry yourself, speaking volumes through silence, stepping into clean, sharp shoes, owning your tone and your walk, letting your clothing frame your face instead of stealing attention, smiling with your eyes, smelling like you have purpose, mastering one signature outfit, and moving like a man who knows exactly where he's going. These are not gimmicks. They are signals, subtle but powerful cues that shape the way people respond to you. And when you consistently send the right ones, you change the way the world receives you. If you've made it all the way here, you're part of the few who actually pay attention. Drop one word in the comments that hit you hardest today. Was it silence, presence, or power? Let's open that conversation. And if this resonated with you, don't just keep scrolling. Tap like, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next level of insight. Here at the Stoic Spirit, we're building a brotherhood of men who understand the game and choose to play it with mastery, discipline, and purpose. Remember, real attraction starts in the mind and is revealed in how you carry that mind into the world. Now, go make them wonder. Your next challenge is already waiting on the screen. It just might change the way you see women and yourself.